Evo alloy.
Ow! Why did you do that?
I really think this guy's gonna ruin the value of this bike. They only made about 300 of this, so I'm not sure this is gonna be a mistake. So today we have here a SE 29-inch Stu Thompson, also known as the STR1 in a 29. So let me give you a little rundown on this bike. So I know some of you guys out there are familiar with the SE quad angle. As some of you might know, believe it or not, we have actually heard this bike being called a Wangle. Some guy came in here and was like, hey man, you got a Wangle? We're like, what? A what? Wangle. We're like sitting there, we're like, dude, we don't know what the hell you're talking about. So he pulls up on his phone and we're like, dude, it's a quad angle. Oh, one of the guy goes, oh dude, that's how they say it, like the Q in Spanish. But he called it a Wangle, so it's a 29-inch Wangle. But what makes this thing different from the SE quad angle is, look at this tube. Comes down and it wraps around the bottom bracket, comes back up, wraps around here and goes up. That's one whole piece. That is absolutely sick. I love that. Whereas the Wangle, it goes down and it connects to the bottom bracket and it starts a chainstay and a seat stay. It doesn't do the wraparound like that, okay? So the Stu Thompson actually came before the quad angle. After that, the quad angle came out in the other one. So that's why I really like this. Now, SE originally launched the STR1, the Stu Thompson, and the 29. Only 300 of these were made. Very, very limited. After that, they released the 26-inch, 24, and finally they released the 20-inch. I'm surprised. Does anybody out there watching happen to have all four of these? I've never met anybody that has all four of these. So that would be a pretty badass collection. That would probably be a very valuable collection. But you can only buy this bike as a complete. It comes with the seat that says 40th, stem 40th. It comes with a pad set too, and the special number plate. See the Stu Thompson? And it came with red line flights, guys. It did not come with the standard SE issue one. So that's the special thing about it. This belonged to a very good friend of ours, and he wants to upgrade it. Let me hear what you guys think. Should he upgrade it? Should he not? Well, it doesn't really matter. He's gonna do it anyway. But do you guys think it will devalue this bike, or it will just make the value more? For me, from my experience, I think keeping it original would gain the value. Right now, it will just boost up the value because the market's right now. But later on, it will gain. So if you pan over here, these are some of the stuff we're upgrading. The Bassett bars. It's got the V bar and the arrow tubing. The retro profile cranks. Nothing better than profile. Shout out to Adam over at Evo Alloy. Version of the deadly bear trap pedals, Croupi. We got the Technique 4-bolt chain ring and spider. To tie the whole drive chain together, we got also again profile bottom bracket. Nothing but the best, guys. Just because it doesn't cost as much as some of those other guys out there does not mean it's not good. He wants to stick with the SE theme by using the SE aftermarket headset, 1 and 1/8, threadless brake lever, Technique V brakes, and of course the Shadow Conspiracy. Who could go wrong? Who could go wrong? I know some of you guys out there want to keep it vintage look and all that stuff, but you can't go wrong when you come with the half link. Probably one of the best invention in the bicycle world, guys. Would you guys agree with that? The half link. This is the supreme. Chris wants nothing but the best. These are not SE forks. These are S&M pounding beer fork. It's got the SE look, but guys, US made, US chrome. You guys can see the chrome in this thing right here. Metal's been has been pre-polished before it's chrome, so that's why you don't see all the little grain marks in the metal. I truly believe there is no other better fork out there. I would say 29-inch, 26-inch, all the big bikes, S&M makes the best. I know we got some Bassett bars out there and stuff like that, the TNT, the Botima, but I'm willing to put, you guys could save this. These are the best. Tie everything all together with a set of Profile Elites. The guys over at Profile again. Chrome Rhino lights right there. Oh, you guys hear that? Come on. Settle down, guys. I know some of you guys out there, the knees shaking when you hear that. Settle down, all right? But yeah, we're gonna tie it all together. The Chrome Rhino Light rim is the way to go if you want it to stop really good. But keep in mind, because the chrome, it is a very, very smooth surface, you're gonna get a lot of squeaking and chattering. One of you guys comment in what kind of tricks you guys use to get rid of the squeaking, the chattering of the brakes. If you guys are familiar with Cool Stop, we actually contact the owner of Cool Stop. And we asked him what is a trick, and he goes, there's really no trick. If it squeaks, it's just because the rim's clean. But I know some of you guys out there are like, no, we angle it this way, angle it. Let's hear what kind of feedback you guys got on the tricks to doing that. As for us, we're just gonna make it flat. If it chatters, chatter. If it doesn't, as long as the bike stops. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out by disassembling the bike. Pretty much everything that we have here, we're just gonna take the whole bike down just to the bare frame. I'm not sure you guys ever seen us use this as a park tool, kind of quad tools. There's a 15, 16, 17, and a socket for the Allen. Also, I got a tri-tool, which is a 6, 5, and a 4. The 5 is going to be for the crank. 6 is going to be for the stem. With these two tools right here and my pedal wrench, it's going to be the tool that I'm going to use to dismantle this whole thing. Real simple. But when we put it back together, it's a little bit more, okay? Because we got to tune it. But right now we're just stripping. Since I know that we're going to put new cranks on, new sprocket, new bottom bracket, there's no reason for me to dissect the whole crank and have parts laying everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one side off. I'm actually going to leave the pedals on. See guys, slide the whole unit out instead of taking it apart. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the bearings out. I'm going to reassemble everything together so it's one unit so you don't lose it all. Basically, when I slid the crank out, all I did was hit the bearings, reassemble the bearing on here, slide everything back together. Now keep this thing all snug. Just a little, now a little tip to remove bar end. Find yourself a little wrench, put it inside there, and use that as leverage to yank this thing out. And then look at that. Once it comes out, you could go and you got a little bit more to pull and come out. Otherwise, if it's in there, you're not gonna get a little grip. So that's what we use. We just use a little one, kind of wiggle it out. Rule of thumb is I like to release the pinch bolt first before I do this. Because you know what, believe it or not, this thing, there's so much power in this thing that it actually kind of tightens up the steer tube, and sometime it will restrict this from coming out. Release these guys first. That little black ring right there. We're not gonna hurt the headset. We're gonna hit not the black piece, but this little chrome piece. It's not gonna hurt it. I put it right there. Look, you look at it, it's right on the chrome piece. Right there, see, it just slides off. Look, here's the headset, guys, not damaged. So some of you guys out there are like, oh, you know what? That's a stupid move, it's gonna damage it. Not damage at all, guys. So why sit there and you don't think you do more damage by hitting the steer tube? No, it's just tap, 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 not even a little mark. If you guys remember, back in the days when we were kids, we didn't have proper tools. Some of you guys probably take a flat screwdriver and put it right here and hammer it. Some of you guys put it inside there. Well, there's this neat little tool. Drop it in, pull it down, and it opens up. Hammer it. That's it, real simple. There you go. Now, I mean, this little cool guy right here is pretty cool, but how often are you gonna pull a headset? I think this guy's about $50 to $75. Cool tool, but you guys need it, just come to the shop. We'll hit that stuff out. As you guys can see right there, bike's all stripped down. Since we're changing forks, changing headset, I keep everything intact so you don't lose anything, nothing gets damaged. cranks all together, brakes all together. The wheel, we're gonna take off the tires. And then before I'm gonna start putting it together, I'm gonna wipe down all the grease, all that. I'm gonna put fresh grease on, and then we will have me shut the hell up and start building this bike for you guys. Hey, just in case, you know, some of you guys don't, you guys think we use some special thing. This is actually car grease. And why we use it, because it's the red, so we know that we work on it. And guys, do we just use this thing as a lubricant? They're like the moving parts. The bicycle doesn't move enough for it to be any better grease, I guess. And some of you guys are probably cringing right now. We've been using this thing, dude, what?
19, 20 years?
Yeah, ever since day one, guys. Trust me. You guys can see, this is probably my favorite thing to do, because every time I do this, I got the, just...
You look like Bob Ross.
Are you serious? I'm a little touched. Bye, Bob.
I think you were touched before.
You know what? No fancy engravement.
What's up with that gold bottom bracket that you had the other day?
Profile had a problem. They haven't had any gold parts in like almost a year. Maybe they use real gold. Hey, how many of you guys have this tool that you guys actually made? And if you guys did, comment in on what you guys do. I think if I would have done that, I would just go to Home Depot, get a big ass lag bolt, get some big spacers. That'll probably be the simplest way. So any of you guys out there, you guys did your own, please let all of us know. Okay, where's the headset? Where's the headset? One at a time. One at a time. Wow, that thing's deep. Some of you guys know that when you put two in and they start getting crooked, yep. Okay, give it a little snug. It's all fair right there. Got the headset in. Gotta set the race. Unlike other S&M forks that comes already built in, these are the 29 one. You gotta put a star nut. So we got a star nut tool right here. But actually the other day I had a guy call and he goes, I don't have one of those. So what should I do? So if you guys don't have one of those tools, find yourself a socket and you just hammer that thing down. I got it. You guys, I'm actually not a very social media person. I want to check on the Facebook. There's people on there that's genuinely pissed. They're like, hey, why won't you answer my message? This guy sucks. He doesn't sell anything online. It's like, God, people.
I agree with that one.
Relax. It's not that big of a deal. So look, guys, you see how I go like this? You see the one that's sticking up? Just want to let you guys know I could do this. And see how it's sticking up there? Then you just put this and you could put the compression nut up here. You do not have to have everything, put it in, on the bottom. You don't have to have it like that, guys, because it raises everything up, okay? You could actually bring it all the way down here. Take all that out, all of it, okay? We could do this. And we could also do that.
Blech.
And you tighten it. Yes, it'll be ugly, but what I'm saying is that you could change that variation, okay? Chin cap goes in. And the way I build these things, guys, I don't snug everything down until...
Customer rides it.
No, not the customer.
Lose all your teeth.
Yes.
That happened to me when I was 15. I used to work at Walmart. And I forgot to tighten up the handlebars, and some lady came back the next day with her son's teeth in her hand, and she was like, who forgot to tighten this? And I was like, oh, I wasn't on duty.
So I'm about to put on these brakes. If you guys ever wonder why there's 3 holes right there, it just helps with the tension. Third one, the middle one, it's a little bit more. So I'm gonna put it in the 4th. Dude, that's a lot. That's a lot of tension, and this thing's already been screwed out. So if I put it on the 3rd, the highest one, and I screw this one in, it's gonna make it even harder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the medium. And you guys wanna make sure there's enough space right here. So that's why I put that one little one. Because how thick this sprocket is, I have opted not to use this cool looking piece because if I put this thing on and how thick this sprocket is, it's thicker than a normal one, it's gonna move the sprocket out too far. So I'm gonna put just a little micro adjuster right there. So a lot of you guys think that, oh, since it comes with this, I have to use it. Now imagine if that was in there, this chain alignment is not gonna be good. Okay, now this thing. Yeah, you guys know. Some of you guys. Supreme, Shadow Supreme, Alf and Max, you guys, these are the standard, your guys' standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I go.
Do you guys know how crazy this chain is? There are riders out there that aren't even sponsored by Shadow, but they still use this because it is such a good chain.
It's actually bad for business.
So, hey Ron, see, I'm promoting you, Mr. Ron Bonner. Send me send me another shirt. Evo Alloy.
Ow! Why did you do that?
I thought you were gonna move. You didn't move.
I didn't see it really
So
happening.
it really did hit you.
Wonder what that shinner feels like. Oh, I already know.
Personally, okay, we're all entitled to our opinion. The bike is a better bike because it has like tons of good quality profile parts, profile hubs, and all that, and it was put together by yours truly. But I really think the value of the bike, it's now not the value, but the nostalgic of it, the collector value of it. It might go down. It might go down, but what the hell do I know? You know.
What would you tally this bike up at?
Well, I know the bike itself. This thing, when it first came out, because it was so limited, I saw the most expensive one went for $4,000. Guys, what's the most expensive you have seen this thing go for? I saw $4,000 with the wheels that they put on, the cranks, some of the parts. The wheels are almost $1,000. Cranks and brakes is another $1,000, so about $2,000. So I said this thing here, dollar wise, it's about almost $4,000. But would this bike be more valuable in its original state with all that stuff? I think in the long run it will. Who knows? Only time will tell, but I think the value of the bike will depreciate because it's not all original. Here's the finished product out in the sun. This thing's actually a really pretty bike. I've always liked this frame because just the cool design, but let's give you another quick breakdown on it. So we got some Bassett bars. I would say these things are about 10-inch rise. It's got the cool aero tubing with the tag, chrome plate, S&M pounding beer fork, the SE replica. You have the chrome Rhino lights on Elite on stainless spokes. For the seat, he kept it the way it is. I agree with that. What do you guys think? Cranks. Guys, you can't go much better than this. You got the Technique, Paul, I don't know how many other people use this design. Brakes, pretty good. It's a little bit difficult to work on, but we get it dialed. Time for a spin. There you guys have it. The upgrade STR Stu Thompson. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Did you guys comment in? Did we make the value goes up? Comment in, guys. Share this video. If you're not subscribing, subscribe.